Hey everybody, it's Troy Ryerson. I'm shooting another video with lessons with real estate legends, and today I'm here with Mr. Mark Stark. Mark, say hello to everybody.
Hello everybody.
Mark, I'm gonna give a quick rundown on Mark's resume, and please interrupt me where I'm wrong because Mark definitely knows a little bit more about himself than I do. But let's give it a shot. So Mark, you went to UNLV, and you actually you were in hospitality. Is that right?
Yeah, I was, and worked my way through school in hospitality and learned very quickly that wasn't going to be my passion long term.
Well, no, you weren't in hospitality very long because you quickly jumped over to Better Homes and Gardens, and you spent how long in Better Homes and Gardens?
Started in '85, so what, 14 years with Better Homes and Gardens, the original Better Homes and Gardens before they sold to GMAC.
Yep.
And then in 1999, we went searching and found Prudential.
Awesome. And so Prudential now, you more than doubled your time in real estate. You were at Prudential for 20 years, is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so 20 years at Prudential. And Mark, were you an owner in Prudential too back in the day?
Let's see, thinking back, I was general manager for a bit. I think I got ownership right at that same time, around at that same time.
Okay, nice. Well, and then lo and behold, in the last 5.5 years, there was a big change in Prudential. For as many people know, Berkshire Hathaway came into the picture. And Mark, you've been with Berkshire Hathaway now since the inception. You guys converted over.
Correct, in 14, so just over 5 years.
Yeah. So you've been with the Berkshire Hathaway brand in real estate as long as it's been around then.
Yes, I have. Pretty close.
Very cool. Well, and from that time, and this is we're gonna get into the nitty gritty a little bit. This is where it gets kind of interesting. Mark, your company, and you know this, but everyone out here doesn't know this. You are the third largest Berkshire Hathaway branded company in the world. The third largest in the world. I mean, that's massive.
We are? That's
massive. And on top of that, and this is even more impressive, Mark, you're the number one non-company owned store for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, which is really super cool. And I know you know that, and I don't know why I'm telling you this, because you do know that, but everyone out there doesn't know that. So, I mean, your success leaves clues, obviously. You've done some amazing things. You're an incredible ambassador of the Berkshire Hathaway brand. And this is where it gets really fun. And I'm not going to say the number. Mark, I'm going to let you say the number. On a rolling 12, over the last 12 months, what would you say, whereabouts is your total sales volume?
Well, we're north of $5 billion. I know that much.
Wow. And you're set to be, at the end of this year, where do you think you'll end up?
You know what, we're on track. Very possibly we'll hit $6 billion this year.
Wow.
So I'm really happy.
That's amazing. So out of that $6 billion, Mark, if you cut it up, how many markets is that for you?
3 states, California, Arizona, and Nevada, and 4 markets.
Very cool.
Because in California, we're not only in Orange County, but we're also in the desert.
Okay, great. And do you travel these markets every month?
Virtually the entire team. Our model is set up to where we go to the markets themselves. So me personally, I'm in each market every month.
Wow. And Mark, if you don't mind, I'm gonna ask Mark 3 questions, 3 big questions. Are areas that Mark has really specialized in and been quite different in the industry than a lot of folks. And I'll start with the one, which is really pivoting off of what you were just talking about, and that's your business model. Can you discuss kind of the business model that you run to the brokers and agents that are viewing?
Yeah, kind of take you back a little bit. In 2001, really was kind of frustrated with the industry overall, and almost felt like every day I had to prove that we were valuable to sales executives. We were a strictly traditional company, and we decided, you know what, I'm going to go to the sales executives and see what they really want in a perfect world. Long story short, we did the whole whiteboard deal, and what came out of that is they wanted to be the broker, okay, and have all the benefits of the broker, but they didn't want all the challenges and the hassles of being a broker. So we transformed our company in 2001 to a business service company, where what we started doing, and this is before teams were even, you know, a thing.
Yeah.
We help agents grow brokerages under the umbrella of our company. be it a brokerage of one agent or a brokerage of 41 agents, that's up to the agent themselves. But as a business service company, almost like a consultant, you know what, we attract people who are looking to build a business and how we can help them achieve their goals. And that's a simple.
Yeah. What a cool concept. You actually went to the agents and you whiteboarded, what are you guys looking for? What an interesting concept.
Yep.
You know?
it was a great process. We learned a ton, and it's the same model we run today.
Well, I mean, clearly it's working. So, Mark, tell me about, actually, before we move on to the second question, how many offices do you have now?
Okay. Over that, right at 30 offices.
30 offices, okay. And Mark, how many employees is that? I'm sorry, how many agents is that?
Okay.
Total?
Total, we're right at about 3,300.
Wow. Interesting. And obviously it's a high touch model that you use, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our plus and our challenge is, it's a plus because we're a high touch model, okay? And the challenge is we're a high touch model.
Yeah.
So it's taxing, but it's very effective.
Very cool. Mark, number 2 I've got on here is, tell me about I know a little bit about it, but everyone here doesn't know about it. Tell me about your 4-step business plan.
That came about, again, listening really closely to the sales executives. What we noticed is there were a lot of business plans in the marketplace that were excellent, but there was one part that they were missing. For the masses, okay, it didn't take into account with the personality and the attitude of a sales executive, what will they really do and what will they really execute in the field? Because you can come up with a great plan, but if I won't do it, yeah, you can blame me, but it doesn't move the needle for the sales executive.
Sure.
So we said, okay, how are we going to actually move the needle? And the 4-step business plan took into account how agents actually act. And if we looked at the world that way, what would we change? For example, I see business plans that are made for a full year. Okay. It was very clear to me that a sales executive can't get their arms around 1 year. They can't get their arms around 6 months or a quarter or a month. What we determined is, you know what? An agent can get their arms around a day. And so the first step of the business plan is all about how to be productive in 1 day. One day. And then all you have to do is worry about 1 day at a time. And that, we find sales executives can get their arms around.
Yeah.
So that's how the whole plan was built.
That makes great sense. And a good mentor, friend of Mark's, Gino Blafari, he shares a lot about goals. And he talks about, if you're looking to accomplish 1 or 2 goals, you'll hit those 1 or 2 goals. If your list consists of 6 to 8 goals, you might hit one of those goals. And if your list consists of 9 to 12 goals, you probably won't get any of them.
Yeah, it's
so
absolutely true.
it's just really just boiling it down to the core and what you've got to do next.
Less is more.
Less is more, yeah. And the third piece on this, Mark, was if you wouldn't mind sharing with everybody, tell me about your tools for creating success in life, in business, and the environment. And if you guys are liking this, like this, press thumbs up, give it a hello, send it to others, share it, let people know that this is great content we're putting out here, because ultimately we're trying to help the industry. So not to cut in there, Mark, but please tell me about your tools for creating success.
Well, I've been blessed with having many mentors through my life and through my career. Gino being one of them. And I've learned over many years that the real issues that hold us back have nothing to do with real estate. Okay, they have to do with ourselves and how we see the world, how we make decisions, and how we react. And I created, through life experiences, these success tips. And I just have to say, these tips have had my back for virtually ever, and they haven't let me down. And so how I see the world and how I make these decisions really comes from that playbook. I'll give you an example. And we talked about Gino. When Gino brought to us the 4 disciplines of execution, 4DX, we have good people. We had good leadership team. But you know what? They weren't hitting their stride because we were missing some simple leadership aspects to make it, you know, more accountable and more focused on what we were trying to accomplish.
Sure.
And you know, the great leaders love it. You know, successful people want to be held accountable. They don't mind because they're successful and they plan to be successful. So it's that type of viewpoint, and I have, you know, many different ones. The way that I look at the world, and that's what the success tips are all about.
Very cool. If anyone out here reaches out to me and wants to learn more about those, would you be comfortable sharing some of those success tips on a one sheet or
Absolutely.
or any of
In
that?
fact, I have a packet. And normally I go through, but
Sure.
if they read through them and had any questions, be more than happy to help.
Awesome, awesome. Well, and I'm gonna plug 40X a little bit as well. You know, 40X, if you have not read the book, get the book. No, this is not a paid announcement, but it will change your life in business and actually personally as well. There's amazing tips in there, and the whole premise is X to Y by when. And the prime example of that is we did that back when Kennedy was there. He says, we're going to take a man to the moon, X, we're going to bring him back safely, Y, and we're going to do it by the end of the decade. X to Y by when. There's your when. So, yeah, any questions, please comment below. We'll get back with you on that. Mark, thank you so much for your time today, my friend. So good to spend time with you, and I hope this is valuable. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.